Yoga Mandala, reporting from Kansas City, Missouri, from the Greg Tang Math Conference. I'd like to invite you into my yoga practice this morning. I will guide you through a 15-20 minute practice. It's short, it's sweet, and my intention always is to leave you feeling better than you showed up, and if possible, feeling great. So welcome, namaste, let it be. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Lift the gaze, ground the feet. Draw back through the belly and hinge from the hips to fold forward, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, inhale, the heart rises, the gaze extends out. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, drop the hips, inhale, half lift. Lunge the left leg back. Lower that back knee to the earth. Take a deep breath in, stretch out through the toes. Draw back and in through the lower belly, stretching back through that right hip. And extending out through that right foot. Inhale forward, exhale into your lunge. Inhale back, exhale. Inhale forward, exhale. Establishing movement with breath, articulating your joints, gently and dynamically moving the nerves through the muscles. Take a deep breath in, coming forward, exhale, ground that front heel, lift through the lower belly, sweep the arms high, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. The gaze rises to lift the heart. The tailbone falls to bring a little bit more uplift. Inhale, and exhale the hands to the earth. Step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale to extend the back leg. Lift from the belly, exhale the right leg back. 5 deep, full Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, lift the heart, take the gaze between the hands. Exhale, soften the knees, take the hips back and retract the navel. Walk, step, lightly hop the feet to the hands. Breathing in, half lift. Bend the knees, drop the hips to release the hamstrings. Exhale and fold, re-extending the legs. Ground your feet, lift through the belly. Root to rise up, inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Leaning into the plane of your back, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Lunge the right leg back this time. Take that back knee to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Stretch out through the toes, exhale. Take the hips back. Inhale, shifting your center of gravity back. Exhale, stretch out through the ball of your front foot and toes. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale into your lunge, opening that right hip. Inhale, left hip dials back. Exhale, drawing into the belly. Inhale forward. Exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in, shifting the weight back. Exhale, synergizing movement with breath, breath guiding movement. Exhale forward. Ground your front heel, step into that front heel, lift through the lower abdomen, inhale the arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, tailbone falls, front ribs drift back. And one more deep breath in, rise up. Exhale, bring the hands to the earth, step it back to downward facing dog, extending the back leg. Inhale, billow the back. Gather the energy up through the lower belly, step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 full breaths. Inhabit your posture, take the seat of your asana. Inhale, receive the breath, exhale. Empty tension, tightness, stickiness, resistance. Find the steadiness of your seat. Exhale, embody. And one more deep breath in. Inhale, gaze forward, lift the heart. Soften the knees, take the hips back, retract the navel, the front ribs, walk, step, float the feet to your hands. Breathe in, half lift. Soften the knees if you need to. Exhale and bow, Uttanasana. Ground your heels, root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Lift the gaze, lift the heart. Exhale, gather the mind. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, press the ball of the hand out. Engage and pull up on your elbows. Integrate the shoulders. Exhale, navel to the spine. Inhale, the arms rise. Hasta Vinyasa. Exhale, hands behind the head. Open through the chest. Inhale, stretch for the inner wrists. Exhale, extend through the fingers and lower the arms. Take a deep breath in, sweep high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Shift the interlace of your fingers, other index finger in front or on top. Exhale, press the ball of the hand out, engaging elbows, integrating shoulders. Root your feet, inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, hands behind the head again, opening and broadening the chest. Inhale, press out through the ball of the hand, extend through the heel of the hand. Releasing the wrists, lower the arms. Arms dial open, palms face forward. Inhale, sweep high. Hands to center, exhale, bow. Hinge from the hips and fold, flexing the spine. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees, drop the hips, and take the legs back to a high plank position. Ground your hands, ground the balls of the feet. Billow the back with your breathing. Inhale. And as you exhale, uplift the navel, the ribs. Inhale, take the heels back a small amount and the heart, the gaze forward a small amount. And once again, billow the back with your breath. Transition to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg floats up. Exhale, lift the right heel and tuck that left knee in, drawing into the belly. Take a deep breath in, shift the weight forward. Left knee to left inner armpit. Inhale, stretch it back. And exhale, lower down. Right leg extends, inhale. Exhale, lift that left heel and tuck that right knee into the chest. Tuck the tail, lift through the belly. Inhale, shift the weight forward, right knee to right inner armpit. Exhale, lift through the belly. And inhale, take it back. Lower that right foot to the floor. Take a deep breath in, lower the knees. Exhale, take the knees together, feet apart, and drop the hips back between the heels of your feet. Take a deep breath in, rise up to hands and knees. Exhale, scoop the tailbone under, lifting through the belly as you transition forward. Supported upward dog. Inhale, unfurl the heart, the lungs, pull up on those arms. Exhale, lift through the belly, and take the hips back between your heels. Inhale to hands and knees. Lift and draw into the lower abdomen. Scoop the tail under. Exhale, press the hips forward. Inhale, spread the collarbone so the upper spine drifts forward into the heart space. The brain drifts back. Inhale. Exhale, hips back between the heels. One last time, take a deep breath in, rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Lift through the belly, exhale. Flex your toes. Walk your hands back to your knees. You might want to bring the feet a little closer together, the knees a little closer together. Drop the hips to your heels, hands to your thighs. Inhale, lean into the plane of your back. Exhale, shrug and roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath and rise up through your crown. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Invite your attention, your awareness, your mind to drop into the space of your breath. Inhale, gazing forward. Soften the external gaze. Exhale, bring the inner awareness to the lower belly, drifting back. Kudiyana Bandha, gathering and harnessing the energy of your lower belly, waking up your core, the ground of your second chakra, the flow of movement and prana. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take the hands forward, inhale. Lift through the lower abdomen, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath, inhale, the heart rising, gaze extending forward, soften through the knees, drop the hips back. Walk, step, float the feet to your hands, breathe in. Exhale and bow. Soften the knees, drop the hips as needed. Root through the heels, rise up to standing, arms to the sky. Lift the gaze. Exhale, gather the mind, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Bend the knees, drop the hips, take the hands to the earth, right by the toes. Gaze forward, legs back, Chaturanga. Inhale, rise, expand, open the heart, receive the breath. Lift through the belly, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale the feet together in your downward dog. Exhale, stretch back to the inseams of your feet. Take that right leg out behind you. Inhale, lift your left heel. Again, gather the energy in your core, lifting the navel, retracting the front ribs. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Pivot the back heel to the earth. Take a deep breath in, right hand to the instep of your right foot. Exhale, draw the tailbone out in the direction of your back heel and begin to revolve from the lower belly to your left. Inhale, left arm reaching to the sky. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, little stretch in the neck. Inhale, good. Exhale, retract the front ribs and revolving from the belly, sternum, gaze. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 2. Palms face up towards the sky, free the shoulders. Exhale, bend into that front leg. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, rise up. Dial the toes in so the legs are turning in towards each other. Hands to your hips, exhale. Inhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, rise up, lifting the heart. Exhale, soften the knees to take the groins and the hips back and the heart forward. Release the hands or fingertips to the floor. Inhale, shift the weight over to your left, extending that right leg. Exhale to stretch, to lengthen. Feel that length through the inner groin. Inhale through center. And exhale, press into the ball of the foot, extend through that left heel as you straighten that left leg. Inhale through center. Exhale, just finding that dynamic stretch. Inhale, good, and exhale. Adding a little dynamic with the arms, inhale through center, exhale. Opposite arm to leg, one more time each side. Breathe in, maybe adding a little twist. Exhale, inhale. Good, step into the heel of that left foot and extend that left arm to the sky. Inhale, hands to center. Exhale, extend your legs slowly. Take a deep breath in, heart extends forward, the lungs rise to receive the breath. Exhale, walk the hands back between the feet. Again, breathing in, softly bend your knees so you can get that movement through the hips, that tipping of the pelvis forward, sacrum to the sky, head to the earth, maybe the legs re-extend. Take a deep breath in. Shoulders lift away from the ears. Ground your hands through the ball of the hand. Stretch into the heel of the hand to take the elbows a little closer together and start to gather the energy in your core. So you integrate the shoulders, press through the ball of the foot towards the base of your big toe, second toe. Engage and pull up on your knees and thighs, your lower belly, and then press into the hands, the head, to float the feet a little bit away from the floor, a little bit more away from the floor. Keep the legs forward of your hips. And then maybe the legs come together. So Hasta Shirsasana, supported headstand. Breathe in. Exhale.
Inhale. Exhale. Wherever you are, stay with the breath or come back to the breath. Inhale. So widen through the balls of your feet wherever you are. Stretch into the heels to gather the energy in the belly. And see if you can soften through the hips to take those feet back to the floor, to ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Retract the navel, the front ribs rise up to standing. Parshvottanasana. Dial your left toes out facing the front of your mat. Step the back foot in. Inhale, heart rising. Good. Gather the hips so they square in the direction that you're facing. Extend through that back leg, extending and lengthening through the heel as you uplift the heart. And as you exhale, gently go extending out over your front leg. Breathe in, bend into your front knee. If you're working with blocks, you take the blocks to either side of that front foot or just place the fingertips on either side. Press into that front heel and gently extend that front leg. Inhale, moving in. Good. Exhale, deepening your presence in the seat of your pose. Parshvottanasana. Inhale. And again, step into that front heel as if you were trying to create an imprint in your mat and dial the hip back. Then focus on extending the leg to your degree. And one more time, deep breath in. Beautiful. Exhale. Stepping forward, bend your front knee. Ground your front heel. The hands or the blocks are close to the foot so you don't take the weight into the hands. Ground that front heel. Use that front leg. Use the power of that front leg to harness the energy in the belly, to create a lightness and a lift in the pelvis, and to stabilize and support the hip, not compress the hip. Take a deep breath in. Hug the leg into the chest. And maybe bend that standing leg. And just power it up a little. Inhale. Maybe taking a Shiva squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, take the leg up. Hands to the earth. Exhale. Soften your standing leg. And then lift. Try that arm balance. Lift the top leg. Float the bottom leg back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, feet together. Stretch back through the inseams of your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Left leg extends, lifting the heel. Curl that left leg into the chest. Lift the navel, retract the front ribs, step through left foot to left thumb, back heel to the earth. Take that left hand to the instep of your left foot, and again, lengthen the tail end of the spine towards the back heel, drawing into the belly, unfurl, taking that right arm to the sky. Inhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathe in. Retract the navel. Pull the front ribs back a little and rolling from the belly, take the heart, the sternum, the gaze to your top hand. Inhale, rise up to Virabhadrasana 2. Square the shoulders over the hips, drawing the tailbone down. The navel, the front ribs back. Flip the arms so the palms face up to free the shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart, straighten that front leg, dial the toes, the thigh in, hands to your hips. Inhale, shrug and roll the shoulders back, heart rising. Find that sense of lift rather than leaning back. Soften your knees, take the groins and the hips back, exhale and bow. Uttasana, take a deep breath in, hands to the earth, half lift. This time as you exhale, dial the right toes out. We're gonna move to the right first. Left toes in, and we're gonna crab walk the hands over towards that right foot. I'm just feeling a slightly deeper lunge. Inhale, step into that right heel, lift through the belly. Walk the hands back through center. Shift, dialing the right toes in, left toes out.
and bend that left knee in the direction of the little toe, maybe taking that left hand to press the thigh open or back. So you start to get that stretch through the groin, that widening through the gateway of your pelvis, the gateway of sensation, raw sensation. Ground that front heel, come back through center. Good, exhale. Deep breath in, feel out the extension of the back leg. Exhale, ground and lift. Walk the hands over to the other side. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Dial the toes in. And again, you might want to bring the legs a little wider, a little closer as we take the head towards the floor. Soften the knees. Good. Exhale, lift and draw into the belly. Imagine you're trying to slide the feet towards each other along the mat, towards center, to harness the energy of the inner thighs, of the pelvic floor, of the lower belly, and then take the hands back between your feet, releasing the crown of the head towards the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Some of you may want to wish to interlace the fingers and take the forearms to the earth. And like this, the head can hang from the neck, or you can place the crown of the head on the floor, back ridge of the cranium against the thumbs, little finger side of the wrist, pressing down into the earth to support the shoulders rising up off of the neck. Take a breath, lean forward into the plane of your back, ground those elbows to support the lift through the side ribs, and maybe again the abdomen supports the rise, the lightness, the buoyancy of the pelvis. Inhale, the legs extend out but forward of the hips. Exhale, maybe the legs come all the way up and together. Breathe in, breathe out. Find and feel the breath. Circulate the attention with the instruction, grounding through the arms, shoulders rising away from the neck. Inhale, take the legs out to the sides and slightly forward of the hips. So you want to be able to see the toes out of the peripheral aspect of your vision. And then very gently, let the thighs sort of fall from the hip socket as the sacrum rises. And then lower the feet back down to the ground. Inhale, rock back, lift up. Exhale, hands to your hips. And again, maybe soften the knees. Inhale, watch the shoulders here. Lift those elbows, tuck the chin. Rise up, leaning into the plane of your back. The breath lifting. Exhale to ground. Parshvottanasana, other side. So this time, dial the right toes out. Step that back foot in. So the back toes turn into about 11 o'clock if the front toes are at 12. Take a breath, anchor that back foot, extending through the heel to draw the tailbone down, the heart rising. And then exhale, go extending out over that front leg. So again, watch the tendency to pull back with the opposite hip, the back hip. This will start to compress the joints and pull on this hamstring of the front leg. So bend your front knee, dial that back hip forward, and gently round down, taking the hands to your blocks or the floor, framing the front foot. Take a deep breath in, press into the ball of the front foot, and then step into the heel, again creating that sort of imprint, like a hand in soft clay. Exhale, dial that right hip back, extending that right leg. Good, inhale to soften. So if I show from the side, bend, and then re-extend. Inhale, bend. Keep the extension of that back leg, step into that front heel, and roll the hip back before you engage and pull up on this front knee and thigh. You want to decompress the waist, decompress the sacrum. Take another deep breath in, bending into that front leg. We're going to shift the weight forward, and then very gently float that top leg up, the heart, the gaze forward. Don't move the hands or the blocks forward because the weight goes into the hands. We want to keep the action in the standing leg. If there's a lot of tension in the hamstring, we tend to tip the pelvis. And that's when we start to get into hip problems, lower back problems. So bend your front knee. Good. As you exhale, bend the top knee and drop the back knee into the lower calf. Shiva squat. If you want to, you can lift hands to heart. Exhale, take the hands to the earth, extend the left leg up and back.
Take a deep breath in, soften your front leg. And again, you can work with the top leg to kind of lift, right? And float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift and roll the heart open. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Deep, full, wide breath in. Exhale. Inhale, left leg extends. Bring that left knee through, pigeon pose. Gently dial that left thigh open. Place the left foot over by the right hand, left knee by the left wrist. Lower that back knee to the ground. And just start by sliding that back leg out behind you to shift away from the front knee and drop into the hip. Breathing in, ground your back leg. Ground the hands or fingertips and slowly unfurl the heart. We're opening up the front of the hip of your back leg. And then as you exhale, you might dial the thigh of your front leg open. I like to press into the ball of the foot to slightly evert or roll the forefoot towards the ceiling. Nice preparation for Padmasana, for lotus position, half lotus, full lotus, Gupta Padmasana, hidden lotus. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, gently, gently bow forward. So feeling a little bit more flexion in that right or front hip. Inhale, exhale. Some of you may wish to take the arms out. Exhale. Trying to soften the muscular tension around the hip in particular here. And then breathe into the back, just softly billowing the back with the breath. And as you exhale, lift through the belly and see if that perhaps doesn't release or soften some resistance or stickiness in that right hip. And then walk the hands back. Very gently shift the weight over towards that left hip. Bring that back leg around to the front. Navasana. Feet together, knees a small, small distance apart. Outer thighs kind of hugging in towards the midline. So again, we're gathering that energy in the lower belly. And then just tipping the pelvis back so the weight shifts just above the sitting bones. Inhale, perhaps float the feet away from the floor or not. If the hip flexors are overexerting, take the hands behind the thighs. Watch the shoulders. Breathe in. And as you exhale, you might press the thighs into your hands, gently extending out through the ball of the foot. Ground your hips. Inhale, the arms rise up. A little clarifying breath. Exhale, Kapalabhati. Breathe in. Exhale, halfway, rapid exhale, emphasis on the exhalation. Breathe in, cross the ankles. You can flip the feet in, keep the knees together, roll over. Chaturanga Dandasana, lifting through the lower belly. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward dog, feet together. Stretching back through the inseams of your feet. Extend that right leg out behind you. Good. Again, hug that right knee into the chest, lifting that left heel as you transition through to get the hips high. The belly supporting the lightness in the pelvis. And then the right foot moves towards that left wrist, the right knee towards the right wrist, or even a little wider. Lower that back knee and then shimmy that back leg out behind you. Good, and just kind of feel the movement away from this front knee, back towards the hip, building external rotation in that front thigh. Inhale, ground your hands. Good, see if you can get that sensation of just lifting a little here, opening up the front of your back hip. Exhale, lower. And then just slowly, gently extend that back leg, the back toes. Evert the front foot, and again, you might help to roll that front thigh open using the front hand, the same hand as leg, and then the ball of the foot. Breathe in, get that sense of lift, of opening, and exhale, abdomen rising softly as you fold forward, taking the forearms to the floor. You might work with a block underneath the head so there's no strain on the neck, no pulling on the neck. Breathe into the back, walk the arms forward, exhale. and then gently walk the hands in, roll towards the hip of that front leg, swing the back leg around to the front. And here we'll transition through Ardha Navasana, half boat, all the way down to the floor, feet together, thighs hugging in towards the bone. Exhale, tip the pelvis back, and just kind of feel out that weight across the sacrum. Try not to pull into the shoulders or the neck. So it helps to sort of tuck the chin and then lean into this hammock of your back. Let everything sort of sink to the back body. Find that sort of point of balance across the sacrum, maybe extending the legs, maybe extending the arms. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower everything down to the floor. Extend the arms overhead, maybe a block between the palms. Press out or walk out through the ball of your foot. Good. Reach and extend and lengthen and stretch. Exhale, the navel drifting down towards the earth, the rib cage falling. Breathe in, and then gently release the arms to your side.